Here I have a casting trigger from Addiction Outdoors, and this is available for purchase from Last Cast Bait and Tackle. The link is in the description. I still get a lot of people asking me what is a casting trigger and how does it work. So today we'll open one up and show you exactly how it works. You know how sometimes when you're casting, especially with a spinning reel using braid, and you're putting a lot of power into your cast, how that braid line can cut your finger, and sometimes I swap out fingers and it cuts the other finger. Well, some people use the casting glove as well, the finger glove, but I find that a bit of a nuisance sometimes having to wear the glove all day and it gets smelly and stinky. So I use the casting trigger as an alternative to the finger glove. Inside the package you get the casting trigger and you get 2 cable ties. To demonstrate how this works, I have my daughter's little spinning set up here, and generally what you would do is you would grip the line over here and you would pull it back to about this position. When you open the bail arm and then you cast, you release the line. So when you're setting up the casting trigger, in some cases you could mount it here, but in most cases the reel is too big and the reel will actually hit that. So generally what I do, instead of moving from this position, I just move it to this position, and then I attach the casting trigger over there. That means it's out the way of the reel. It wouldn't hit the reel when you cast or wind in, and it's not much of a difference in the feel when you're casting as well, from this position to this position. But every rod will vary. Some have a long EVA foam grip over here, but it all just depends on where you feel happy mounting it and comfortable with your cast. In this case we're simply going to mount it here, and you use your cable ties to do so. And there's the other one. So I like to position my cable ties so it's just facing down. The other thing that's very important is to get yourself one of these side cutters with a flat side. I don't know if you can see that, but this has got a flat side, so that means when you're cutting your cable ties you can get right in close up against the head of that cable tie, and it doesn't leave any sharp edges on the cable tie. The other option you have, of course, if you don't have one with a flat side, you can use a normal side cutter and then just use a lighter to actually burn that little piece, because those pieces I found cut you deep. They're like knives. Right, so they cut down. There's no pieces sticking out with this flat and nothing that can cut me. So next you do exactly as you would always do. You wind your line up to about that position. You make sure the casting trigger's up. You wind your line. This can be used on nylon or on braid. And with nylon I would wrap it 3 times and then push it down and hold it. Once you've done that, you open the bail arm, and 3 times for nylon, and I would go 4 or 5 times for braid. That just helps it grip. So there it's sitting with a 6-ounce sinker on the other end and it's not releasing. So now you do the same thing when you cast. You release your finger and it falls off. As easy as that.